December 25th, Wednesday, John 1 to 18. Once there was a rabbi who asked his disciples the following question: How do you know when the darkness has been overcome, when the dawn has arrived? One of the disciples answered, When you can look into the distance and tell the difference between a cow and a deer, then you know dawn has arrived. Close, the rabbi responded, but not quite. Another disciple ventured a response. When you can look into the distance and distinguish a peach blossom from an apple blossom, then you know that the darkness has been overcome. Not bad, the rabbi said. Not bad, but the correct answer is slightly different. When you can look on the face of any man or any woman and know immediately that this is God's child and your brother or sister, then you know that the darkness has been overcome, that the day star has appeared. This Christmas morning, when we celebrate the victory of light over darkness, the Gospel of John introduces Jesus as the true light who came from heaven into our world of darkness to give us clear vision. John presents Jesus as the Word of God. In Jewish thought, this phrase describes God taking action as in His act of creation of the world. In biblical Christian theology, the word logos came to be equated with the second person of the Trinity. While stressing the divinity of Christ, John leaves no doubt as to the reality of Jesus' human nature. In the prologue of his Gospel, John introduces the birth of Jesus as the dawning of the light who will remove the darkness of evil from the world. He records later in his Gospel why light is the perfect symbol of Christmas. Jesus said, I am the light of the world. Again, you are the light of the world. John tells us that God pitched His tent among us, meaning that God makes His home with us. He accompanies us. He lives with us. He shares our joys and our struggles. He eats with us. He becomes a meal for us in the Eucharist. The God who pitched His tent among us in Bethlehem and continues to live with each of us in our home, our apartment, our religious community, or our retirement home, continues to dwell within us. That is why we rejoice celebrating Christmas. The Word becoming flesh is the zenith of God's self-revelation. God, who spoke earlier through the prophets, now speaks through His Son and lives among us. The Word who dwelled with God now dwells with us, becoming a human being like us, and thus bridging the great chasm between God's world and our world. In the Old Testament, Moses was not allowed to see the face of God. Now, however, we are allowed to see Jesus' glory and His face. Thus, dear friends, the Father is fully revealed to us, because whoever has seen the Son has seen the Father. Wishing you a happy Christmas, Father Paul, CSSR from Kerala.